Hello, I am Hannes Ehlmeier and I'll show you in this video the assignment of textures within the cabinet maker tool ElementsCAD for Vectorworks. Here I have a cabinet already inserted, and within the resource browser from Vectorworks I have already several textures. And now I can see it in the preview, the texture, and the assignment takes place through a simple double click. So I see already when I make a double click, the texture is assigned in to the cabinet, and when I make a double click, the name now is additionally inserted in the field attribute class. This means some classes, it's a class tree is created, and this class tree 0406 etc. has subclasses for each panel of the cabinet. And this technique allows a very quickly assignment of textures. Now I see here in the info palette the rendering with the respective texture, and now with a context command or through the menu bar I can go to the dialog assign panel infos, and the tab textures is in the end preview, or it shows this, the hierarchy of the classes from Vectorworks. So I see all the classes this cabinet has, and as well the texture that is assigned. So if I would go in the classes from Vectorworks, I would see the same classes in the respective item. So I see now that I can flexibly assign textures to each cabinet, and if I have a further cabinet inserted, it's sufficient if I duplicate the cabinet, all the classes will be taken for the copy as well. Here I see the preview of several other textures. I assign now a new texture, and the technique behind is simply Vectorworks file in the needed folder, and this folder I can open through the program preferences from Vectorworks. It's the user folder, and in this user folder I find in the program setting I can open, and there I have the folder for the version from Vectorworks. Here I see it's the version, for example, 2019, and here I have a folder favorites, and here I have a folder renderworks, and here it's not sufficient to have a link. I need the complete file for technical reasons. And in this case I can assign, or I can see within the dialog all the textures, but I always can assign textures through this resource browser, and as soon I use the resource browser, the respective texture is imported. Now I duplicate a cabinet with 600 millimeters in X direction, and I see that this cabinet has the same textures. The reason is that the attribute class information is the same because it was duplicated as well. So it's all the same which cabinet I change, because when I change the class, all cabinets are affected. This simplifies the process for planning of kitchen, for example, dramatically, because you only have to change one class and all cabinets with the same class are affected. And if I need an individual class, I only have to define a new name in the field attribute class. This example I see here, now I can use for this new class tree another texture, and now I have completely different textures. You see the different names in the field attribute class, and therefore I have here different textures, but I can copy paste as well the class tree name, and so I have the same assignment again. Now I want to change the front. For example, I want to define a blind, and this is an exception, because this is a kind of trick when I want to define within a cabinet several textures. So I don't have to use the door, but I can use the blind info. And now I have class blind, and I will see after rendering the new result now.